Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. It's a special day here in the war room today. I was pretty excited to get my copy of Global War 2025 Meltdown. I wasn't expecting it I was hoping that it arrived next week, but here it showed up today. I was just talking with Panzer King on the phone at the time. We were talking about how we have to set up a game and when are we going to play, and well, let's play next weekend if the game comes in time, we were talking about. And just then I got a knock at my door. I said, hang on, I'm not expecting anybody. So I went to the door and sure enough it was my copy of the game. Thanks, Doug. That was quick. I think it only took 3 or 4 days to get here. That's a record. Anyway, so let's just step back for a second and take a look. We're going to do an unboxing video here. Let's just zoom out a bit here. I want to show you, this is my table. You know how big that is. That's 4 by 8. My 36 game fits perfectly on this table, right? Like there's no extra space. So you see the size of this board. I've put it a little further on one side than the other because I want to be able to put my camera down, and I've got this huge stand for my camera, right? So anyway, just showing it to you. Beautiful, beautiful map here. I haven't opened the box yet. I did put the map out because I wanted to unravel it a bit first, right? Make it so that it lies flat. What I find is that when you get them in the tube, if you take them out of the tube and then you roll them the other way, then it kind of tries to go down. I didn't do it long enough, so it's still kind of curling up at the ends. But I think before I try to set it up, I'll put it back in the tube and let it finish straightening itself out. Anyway, beautiful map. I like it. I really like the size of it and everything. My favorite game is 36, and 14's a really good game too. That might become my 1A favorite, right? But they're really big and difficult games, right? And it takes a lot to get into it, a lot to find people to learn how to play it and everything. Like you pretty much need a course on it, and even then you're still learning stuff later. And I'm sure I'll never know everything about those games, but a game like this is still a good game. It's still a global war game, but it's going to be a lot smaller. I don't know if you caught Admiral Seabass's unboxing video yesterday, but he was showing the rule book. We'll look at mine here, but it's a much smaller rule book. And I did play this game when I was down in Tulsa a few years ago. But we only played a few rounds, and it was fun. That's what we did when we got there. We all arrived on Friday, and we played a few rounds of it on Friday night, and it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed it. And I thought, you know what, this is going to be a really good game, right? So yeah, I'm glad that the map is a bit smaller and everything. Like this is a game I could take to the cabin and play out there, because I don't have a 4 by 8 table there, nor will I ever have one. Like if you see how small my cabin is, and some of you have, I know some of you have been there, you'd pretty much have to move out all of the furniture just to get a 4 by 8 table in that place. So that's never going to happen. But this game I could set up on my table out there and on my kitchen table here. Like I could have my 36 game set up and still play this on my kitchen table. You've seen me out there when I paint my units and stuff, right? Anyway, so that's the map. Let's just move this back a bit. Let's take a look at the box first. So the box, that's new for Global War, right? And I think that there's going to be boxes for the other games, like for 14 and for 36. Like you'll be able to just buy the box, right? So that you can put your stuff in. Now for me, like I've got tons of units and everything for those games, but this would be great for keeping like the facilities and the markers and all that in, right? Like I don't think I'll be able to fit all of my other units in, but for this game everything should fit in this box, and that's great because you know, like you can only fit so many of those huge games in your house, right? So there's the flag roundels that they're using for the different countries, and we'll get to that in a second. Let me just straighten this out. Okay, so let's flip the box over. Okay, try to get that glare off of there for you and move in a bit. It is 2025 and the world is melting down. A severe economic recession has pitted the world's largest alliances against each other for control of previous resources and global markets. China, Russia, and their Middle East allies are poised to strike. Against them stands the United States, NATO, and a collection of Pacific and Indian states. The dogs of war have been unleashed. So that's the backstory of this game, because obviously this is a war that has not happened, and let's hope it never does. Okay, so here we go. Let's open this up. Yay! General Hanger gets a new game. Yay! Oh, all I got was paper. Oh no, there's stuff in there. Cool. Sweet. I was thinking that I was gonna need some scissors to open these, but these are Ziploc bags, so I don't. That's good. Okay, so let's just take a look at these things one at a time. Let me just dump this out in front of you. All right, so each nation has its own markers, right? Like this would be the Chinese one, the red ones. And this would be the Pacific states. That would be Australia and India. I'm guessing they all have their own different types of things. And like here, that's a ballistic submarine. I bet you that there will be 3D printed pieces come out. I know there's a few of them on the website already, and this game is on the website already. But so far, I think there's only carriers and a drone that is on the website. But I bet you that some of these other things will be out in the near future. Like there's a drone there, right? There's the American ones. Cruise missile, drone, ballistic missile. Cool. Yep, and China. And so here's the universal type markers. So there's the nukes. I'm gonna buy myself some like 3D nukes. Maybe even paint them up cool. I think I can manage that now. I'm starting to get a little bit better at painting. Still not good enough to do somebody's face, but what's that? Airborne. Cool. That's a cool airborne chip. Some damage markers. What's that? Silent running. Neat. And then we got the roundels. There's the Caliphate. So that's like the Middle East, right? And the Russians. This is the Indian roundel. So this is what they're using for the Pacific states. And the modern Chinese roundel. The American flag, of course. We know which one that one is. And what else? Oh, yeah, NATO. There we go. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no. 2, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, there it is. 6. Okay, cool. Neat. Let's move that aside. And what else do we got here? Let me just pull this over here. And I will take things out one at a time. Okay. So, coasters. You know them, you love them. You can't live without them. So there's the Pacific states, and then on the other side, we got the Caliphate, the Russians, the Chinese, the Americans, and NATO. Cool. Got to have those. Let's take a look at... There's the battle boards. Oh, geez, I got 3 of them. I wonder if that was a mistake. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm guessing you only get 2. So yeah, like one of the cool things about this game is that there's fewer units in the game. Like there's really only one, or I guess a couple of types of surface ships, because you've got your carriers as well, but really only one type of combat ship, right? And that's the frigate. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these things, but I watched a thing on TV about them, and oh my god, what these things can do. Just unbelievable. Like they could take down a whole task force in World War II, just one ship, I'm sure of it. Anyway, so that's, oh wait a minute, I've got 4 of these things. Wow. Oh yeah, so that's cool, because then I could have 2 on each side of the map. That's really neat. Anyway, let's put those back in the box. And what's next? So the Russians. Let's take a look at. I'll look in the camera here. So there you can see the guy. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's cool. And then you've got your big ass carrier. I don't know the names of these right now, but I'll figure them out though. Oh, there they are on the bottom. Leoning, something like that. I like how it's got the ski jump thing at the end there, because the jet fighters they take off and they go up there. So that's this is kind of like a transport ship. Maybe that's for the helicopters, I'm not sure. What else we got? There's the helicopter. I'm gonna have to put magnets on these things. On the fighters and the helicopters. And there is the main battle tank. These are nice. Plastic units too. I'm glad that they've got plastic units. And so there is a sub. Okay. And what else? Where's that surface ship? There it is. There's the frigate right there. Would you call me? Cool. I think that's just about everybody in there. Yeah, there's not that many. Oh, you know what I didn't see? Was a jet fighter. There's one. Let's take a look at the jet. That's cool. All right. So, put these back in the bag. What is that? Russia. So, I'd like to take a look at that. Like, there's 2 factions in this game, right? Like you got that from the story that I read on the back of the box there. I'd like to check out the units from the other side. So let's take a look at these American ones here. So definitely the infantry sculpt is different for the Americans. You see he's got that little thing on his head there, the little lamp kind of thing. And there's the American frigate. I really like these. The American carrier. What else? I don't see that. Oh, there it is. There's the other kind of carrier transport thing. The jet and the battle tank. This might be the same battle tank as the other one, but that I'm okay with that though. Like my main interest is in World War II and World War I. I'm not so much into units from contemporary units like from today. So to me, game pieces is good enough, right? But like I said, there will also be 3D pieces coming out as well. Nice. I really like those infantry sculpts. I'm going to check some of the other ones to see if they're different. Like, let's check the NATO ones. Okay, so Oh yeah, so like the American and the NATO one is the same. So there's probably two different types of units. There's one for one side and one for the other. I think the Caliphate has their own units though. If not in here, I know that there's a whole bunch of 3D printed Caliphate units coming out. Yeah, I think that guy's different from the Russian. There's the sub and the battle tank. What's that thing on top of it there? That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's on the other one too, so it wasn't just a sprue thing. Cool. I think that one's different than the other tanks. Yeah, that's neat. Well, they got helicopter. Okay, so the jet is definitely different than the American one here. Like it's much thinner, right? Here, let me just show you both of them. So there you go. The Caliphate and the American one. Alrighty, that's enough of that. Let's take a look at what else we have here. So here is our rule book. Here, let's get back here a bit. Zoom out again. So there's the rule book, and yeah, that's extremely manageable. Yeah, much smaller. Getting used to 100-page rule books. It's feels like good quality paper and everything. Looks pretty simple to learn. I can't wait to get into it. Like I said, we're going to play next weekend, Panzer King and I, unless something comes up. If he has to cancel, then I'm calling that a win for me. You hear that, Panzer King? You better get over here. Okay, so there is the turn tracker. So what is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 turns on there. I don't know if you play all of them every time or what. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? So the turn tracker and the IPP marker. These things are neat. I really like these. So these are your dashboards. What'll happen is, here, let's just move this out of the way. These will all get set up here on the board, right? Or beside the board. And that's like if you had a 4x8 map, then you'd be hard pressed to do that, because then you got to reach even further, right? But this, like, that's your play space. Like, you'll put your units down on there, you know, and that's cool. I really like that. And so that's those ones. We'll take a closer look at some of these things later. But yeah, it's got all the stuff here: attack, defense, move, cost, and so kind of like your 36 game, where, you know, you've got that one page. It shows you the units, tells you a little bit about it. You know, like if there's something weird about it, It carries 2 aircraft, 2 hits to sink, scramble, right? Fires cruise missile. That's the guided missile destroyer. From India. Wonder if they're all the same. I'll find that out later though. You can see the missile arsenal is different. Or at least the numbers of them are. Yeah. Neat. And so the last thing is these things. Now, if you were watching Admiral Seabass's video, you'll know that this, the reason I got mine early and it's already here, and the game didn't go onto the website until today, was because the company screwed up and sent Doug just regular paper for these things. And they're not going to be regular paper. They're going to be more like this. Like, this isn't huge, thick cardstock, but it's cardstock, right? I think this is 18 point. Well, these things are going to be on 16 point. I don't know what this is. Like, this is just paper, right? Glossy paper. So these are going to be thicker when you get them, and that's why the game wasn't out yet. Like, Doug could have put this game out months ago, but he wanted to wait until the whole thing was ready. Like, he had the box, and he wanted to make sure that everything was in the box. He wanted to make sure he had all the units and everything. And even this week, when he said last week, oh, it's going to be out this week for sure, this week he even delayed it until he could get the real ones in, of these ones, like the thicker ones, because he did not want to ship you a game. You're paying, you know, pretty decent money for it, and he wanted to make sure that you were getting your money's worth, right? So next time I make an order, he's going to ship me a set of these, and the other guys that got the game early, like Seabass and there's a couple other guys. You'll see on their channels, if they have channels. You'll see the game, probably videos on it. But definitely I will be doing another video tomorrow. I'd like to magnetize my planes and my helicopters, and then set the board up. We'll see if I can get that done tonight. Oh yeah, this is the frigate that I've seen on TV, like this thing here. It's got a Gatling gun. It shoots like a million bullets in like 30 seconds. Not a million, but I mean, it's like he said, watch this, and they showed it. Like, there's nobody standing there. It's all controlled by a computer inside the. Like, this is all, it's like an ironclad, right? There's a computer room inside here that does, it's like the weapons room, and there's nobody shoving shells in or anything. This Gatling gun is located on top, and they just click a button, and it just absolutely destroys whatever it's shooting at. Like, they shot up something that would be, you know, like a pretty decent sized fishing boat, right? You know, an ocean going fishing boat, not a commercial one, but, you know, like something like from Jaws, you know what I mean? It just completely destroyed that boat in about 5-10 seconds, right? Because, you know, like, we're talking probably at least 50 cal shells, and it shoots just boom, and then, you know, like there's 500 bullets right there, right? So, you know, and it shoots missiles and all kinds of things, right? Anyway, cool. Really liking that. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I showed you everything except for all the individual units, but I'll do more of that tomorrow. I don't think I have any plans for tomorrow, so I can give you a good rundown tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to read some of this stuff and know a little bit more about the game. Like, I haven't played it for a couple of years, right? And we didn't have the dashboards and stuff then. Oh, what's this? I didn't see this thing. Oh, there's the technology thing, right? I knew I was missing something. So it's just one-sided. So yeah, there's all the things that you can look at. These guys can get next generation fighter, but the Caliphate goes for the super virus. And oil extraction is different for them. And these are all different down here, except for these two: improved cyberware. Artificial islands for China. Huh. Can't wait to find out what all that stuff is. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you will enjoy your game if you decide to get it. Now, just remember that this game could sell out pretty quickly, and also the U.S. Postal Service is not shipping things very fast. Like, if you want to pay extra and you want to get it with FedEx, like this one arrived to FedEx, it'll get there faster, but it's pretty expensive, right? And even the price has even gone up lately. But the American Postal Service has been kneecapped, and it can take quite a while to get stuff from them. So if you're planning on getting this for Christmas, you might want to order it soon. Just show this video to your significant other, or your kids, or your mom, or who buys Christmas presents for you. Say, I want one of these. General Hagerne's got one. I need one. please. It does come with dice or chips, like these chips. But you probably already got that stuff, right? Like even if you don't have a global war game, you probably have chips from Axis and Allies. But it's a 12-sided dice game, and I don't see any dice in here. So you're going to need some 12-sided dice as well. So if you don't have Global War already, and you're planning on ordering this game, it looks like you're going to need to order yourself some dice as well. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy this. So take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.